Now let us start plotting some points on this Cartesian plane. Okay. Before we do that, we have to exactly divide these lines into small units, isn't it? So let us say put it as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the point where these two lines meet, x axis and y axis, is given as O. This O means origin. Okay. So the 0 of the x axis and the 0 of the y axis meet there. So the coordinates are actually 0, 0. Okay. So coordinates of the origin is 0, 0, that is, it is on the x axis as well as y axis. So the only point which is going to be on both the axes is going to be only this point, nothing else, isn't it? All other points are either going to be in the quadrants or on the lines, but surely there is only one point which lies where these two lines are meeting, the line where the axes are meeting. So this point is known as origin. Okay. So now we have divided into equal, they are all supposed to be equal, these units. Similarly, since it is 0 here, if I go on this direction, it is just like an integer, your number line. This becomes -1, then -2, -3, -4, -5 and so on. You can go on. So this is a negative x axis because all the numbers are in the negative way, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5. So on the right side of the y axis, this is the y axis. On the right side you have all the values of x as positive, on the left side all the values of x are negative. This is about right and left. What about top and bottom? Now you have the x axis as the base, top of the x axis, over the x axis it is the y coordinates, and all of them here are positive. So here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. Similarly, bottom of the x axis, it is all negative y coordinates, -1, -2, -3, -4, -5 and so on. Okay. This also maybe -6 we can mark. Okay. I am just marking just few numbers so that you understand what it is all about. You can go on either side. Okay. As we had already discussed, this is the first quadrant, this is the second one, this is the third quadrant and this is the fourth quadrant. Okay. Let us start plotting some standard points so that we understand. Suppose I give you the first point as say 2, 3. Locate 2, 3. This point's name is A. This is the name of that point and its coordinates are 2, 3. What does that mean? The x value is 2 and the y value is 3 and both of them are positive. So first we will try to go for the positive x. Obviously we will go that side only. We cannot come this side. Positive x lie here. So what do? I go 2 points. So 1 and 2. So this point I know, I come to right side 2. Now what is this y? Y says 3 but go in the positive direction. So for the y positive I have to necessarily go up how much? 3. So from 2 I go up, I start going up like this and I suddenly stop because I have come to the 3. I cannot go on and on. So if I drop a perpendicular like this point. So the x coordinate is 2. The y coordinate is 3, that means it is 3 units away from the x axis. So that is the y coordinate. This is the point A. I have plotted the first point. Let us take one more point B. Let it be say -4 and 2. It says -4, 2. What does that mean? The first one is x, the next one is y. This is abscissa, this is ordinate, the other names. Okay. So generally we as usual say x and y coordinate. Now x coordinate is -4. Where am I supposed to locate x coordinate -4? I can only go either on the right or on the left. So between right and left I will be thinking and then suddenly I will come to this because all the negatives are on this direction. So I have come here, okay, because of this x being -4. Now I have to wonder where am I supposed to go for 2? Now 2 is plus. Obviously I have to go up because y's are all plus up, isn't it? So I will go 2 up. So I start going like this and suddenly I realize that I have crossed that 2 portion. That 2 mark is crossed already. So that point is the point B. And where does it lie? Now which quadrant are we talking about? Quadrant number 2. So already you are able to see that in quadrant number 1, both x and y will be positive. Any xy number if it is given as both positive, You need not look anywhere, it will be here only. Look at this point. Now x coordinate has become negative, but the y coordinate becomes positive. So this is actually x coordinate is negative, but the y coordinate is positive. So all points which have such signs, minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus, first number is minus, second number is plus, will lie in the second quadrant. Here all the points which have both the coordinates as plus x and y, they will surely lie in the first quadrant. Now let us go for the third point. Let me go say minus 3 and this also minus 3. What does that mean? X I am going to go minus 3, y also I should go minus 3 only. So one thing at a time, I will first look at this x minus 3. So naturally I cannot go there, I will come here, and from here 1, 2 and minus 3 I am stopping here. I am now wondering where I should go for y. The y itself is minus 3. Surely I cannot go up. All the up numbers are positive. So I have to come down. I start walking like this, and suddenly I realize that I am just about to reach that minus 3 here. So this is also minus 3, this is also minus 3, this is the point C. What quadrant is this? Third quadrant. Look at the signs. Both of them are negative. So this is the third quadrant. Here it is second quadrant, here it is first quadrant. So already you have learned that first quadrant both are positive, in the third quadrant both are negative. Second quadrant, x is negative, y is positive. Obviously this has to be just opposite of this, isn't it? That's the only thing that is possible. But let us see. Now D, the point D, let me take x as 4 and y as minus 2. X being 4 and y being minus 2, look at this, they are different. Can you see that? That is why I have taken the same number, just to give you an idea that they are different, they are not the same points. Here x is minus 4, y is 2, here x is plus 4, but y is minus 2. So where do I locate the plus 4? I go on the right side only, so plus 4 I have come here. I am just waiting there, because now I have to go this minus 2. Which direction will I go? I will not go up, because all the up points are positive. I have to necessarily come down to 2 units. So from here I start walking and I see that 2 units is coming like this. So I will mark this point as 4 comma minus 2, which is the point D. Please always point when you use the graph sheet, all lines are supposed to be very thin. Please do not mark thick lines. Okay, number 1. Number 2, when you point, put a point there where they are meeting, just put a dot here and small circle around it. Okay, so that just you can locate it. Write the name. Obviously the coordinates also has to be written immediately there. So A coordinate I should have written here 2 comma 3. What about B? Minus 4 comma 2. All these are generally written very small, because these are not the only 4 points you might be plotting. Suppose you have half a dozen more points and suppose they are going to fall very close to each other. It needs a little how clean you are going to present finally. See, it's all about not only understanding the graph, but also putting it clearly, isn't it? Just as you have a city map, it is one thing to say everything is fine, I know what is where, but if it is neat and clean and if it is perfect, then you understand what is where, isn't it? Similarly, everything has to be very neat and clean, sharp lines, that is very important. So write the coordinates here. What about coordinates of C? Minus 3 comma minus 3. And of course coordinate of D. So this is how you plot a point in the 4 quadrants. So looking at their signs, this is the 4th quadrant. Now one should know very well, both are positive, x and y are positive, both are negative in the 3rd quadrant. So just opposite of this, isn't it? You may call it sort of vertically opposite, as we call it in angles. So vertically opposite like this. So this is plus plus, this is minus minus. Here it is minus plus, x is minus, y is plus. Here it is x is plus and y is minus. So they are again opposite of each other. So already 4 points, type of points. These are the only thing possible. Only these 4 types are possible. You cannot have anything other than this. You cannot think it is both will be plus or both will be minus, or first one will be plus, the second one will be minus, or the first will be minus, the second will be plus. So they are the only 4 possibilities that is possible, or the 4 possibilities we have shown on the quadrant. So looking at the signs, we can immediately say where does the point lie. So if I just tell you what about this point minus 5 minus 6, where does it lie? You don't even have to plot it. You can immediately say it lies in the 3rd quadrant. If I give you a point say minus 6 and 8, x is minus, y is plus, x is minus, y is plus, it is in the second quadrant. So, the quadrants, if it is asked, immediately you can write this third quadrant, second quadrant. If I say this is as 10 and this is only as 2, both are plus, first quadrant, plus 10 and minus 3, x is plus, y is 3, y is minus, it comes in the fourth quadrant. So, just by looking at the coordinates of some point, you do not even have to plot it, you must know immediately where it lies if you have these quadrants quite ready in your mind. So, please go anti-clockwise, that is very, very important, first, second, third, fourth. So, if we sort of make a mistake in doing the other way around, everything will go wrong. So, first, second, third, fourth, with these signs you will be able to plot any point in any quadrant. We have not yet put any point on the lines, which we will be doing now, but for the time being I hope you understand all the 4 quadrants, any number of points anywhere you can easily plot.